So what advice would you give somebody walking into a networking space, knowing that they've got to give this kind of 60-second to pitch?
Yeah, well, and people already identify networking as being comfortable or uncomfortable. There are people who love networking and there are people who try to avoid networking, right? So I think they're already viewing it as a space that can feel vulnerable. So I use my audition skills to create the safety, to say, listen, if you prepare yourself in the right way, you will feel so much more comfortable being in the networking environment if you weren't before. And even if you were comfortable in networking environment, you're going to be much more effective in getting the result that you really want when you add some intentionality behind it. So from the audition perspective, when you audition for a role, you have to be very intentional about the song that you choose to audition with, about the monologue that you choose to audition with, about what you wear when you go to that audition, the look that you want those people to see from you. All of that is very carefully planned out if you're going to be successful in the audition world. So from the networking perspective, the same thing applies. And I always talk about 3 different voices that can help you be a better networker. The first voice is your purpose voice. So this is, what is the intention that you have for yourself at this networking event? How do you want to feel at that networking event? What is the main outcome you want to experience at that networking event? And how do you want other people to feel when they hear you and interact with you at that networking event? If you can get clear around that, you're already way above what most people will do before they walk into that networking event. You already have intention. Then the second voice is your physical voice. So this is how you sound. Are you sounding bored when you introduce yourself? Are you sounding excited when you introduce yourself? Are you sounding clear about, like, you understand yourself and you are clear who you are? Or are you sounding a little wishy-washy, like, well, I do a little this and I do a little that. I'm not really sure why I'm here today. I hope I just meet some great people. Like, all of that comes out in the sound of your voice. So when you have that intention and you build upon it, now the voice can sound more in alignment with your intention. And then the third voice is your mental voice. And this is actually the structure of your talk and the words you choose to use. So when you are clear about your intention, the purpose of why you're there, that grounds you into your voice and how you want to speak and how you want to have that authority in the sound of your voice. Now map out, what are the key bullet points that you really want to share about yourself? What's that transformation that you provide in your business? What I do at Empower Business Networking is I encourage everyone to follow a format that is, I work with, and you describe your ideal client, who struggles with, and you share 1 or 2 really key pain points that they may have, and who really desires, and then this is the transformation you provide. So what are they walking away with when they work with you? And when you can tune into that little structure, which is that mental voice, now you have even more grounding to be able to show up and be successful in drawing forward those people you're meant to serve.